Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Yusef Scott, and I want to thank all of you for being here with me today. All of you who are subscribed to my YouTube channel, the So Darn Easy Forex Movement channel, I thank you. All of you who are my loyal subscribers, I thank you as well. And all of you who have just found me over the last couple of days, or maybe even today, I thank you too for being here. I wanted to come to you guys today and drop a few jewels on you so that you can sort of think. I'm gonna drop something real heavy on you guys because I want people to remember certain things about me and certain things about the messages and videos that I put out. All right, now I just don't put out videos just at random. There's always a certain sequence, there's a certain thought pattern behind everything that I do. All right, and I want you guys to understand that when you start to catch on and realize what is it that I'm actually bringing forth, that's when you start to put everything together, just like a puzzle. All right. Now, of course, we're all here to make money. All right. We're all here to make money. The market can be very tricky sometimes, depending on which currency pair you're trading, the time of hour that you're trading. There's a few variables that you must consider when you're trying to trade the market for profit. All right. Now, this video today is going to be about basically I want to let you guys know that, let me see how I can say this so that I want to tie something in so that you guys can really think. All right. And let me think. How could I say this so that you guys could really understand it? All right. Basically, we're all here to make money. Each and every one of us. We're here to make money in Forex. We're here to, get currency. All right. Now, one thing for certain is that there's nothing guaranteed in Forex. All right. We all know that we trade on the market. The market it fluctuates all day long. All right. It fluctuates all day long. And I provide Forex strategies. All right. To help each and every one of you. Well, firstly, I provide you guys with training. All right, give you guys a little insight on how I view the market. All right, of course, that's using the currency pair analysis training. All right, now with that training, I give you guys insight on how I dissect the market, how I look at the market, how I analyze the market every single day, whatever pair I'm looking at. So, the reason why you analyze the market is so that you can build your probability. All right? You want to build your odds. You don't want to decrease your odds of winning. You want to increase your odds of winning. All right? From the get-go in the market, we're at a 50% chance of winning. There are no guarantees in the market, is what, like I echoed a few minutes ago. Nothing is guaranteed. The market can go against you. All right? There's no indicator that's 100%. Absolutely none. For those of you who swear by robots, EAs, whatever you want to call it, I have news for you. It isn't 100%. That's just what it is. Nothing is 100%. All right? Well, actually, I'm not going to tell that lie. There is something that's 100% in the market. And unfortunately, some people do not, or have not, or just cannot think that far into it. to see it. All right, now I want you guys to know that with a saying that's usually echoed is, or something that I say is, with age comes wisdom. I tell my nieces and nephews that, or even some of my younger siblings, that certain things you wouldn't understand now because you're young, but you'll understand it when you get older. You'll appreciate some of the lectures that I give. You'll appreciate some of the things that I tell you. You might not want to hear it at the moment, but when you get older, that's when you're going to appreciate it. That's when it's going to all make sense. All right? Now, I tend to drop certain things in my videos for people to catch on. Not everyone catches on, but it's okay. The fact remains is that I reiterate the same stuff over and over again. Why is that? The reason why is, the more and more you hear the same thing, the more and more you start to believe it. Just like one of the sayings is that if you keep lying, keep saying the same thing, keep lying about this, you're going to eventually start believing it. Because you're going to start believing it. That's what people say about liars. Okay, so let's get that out of your mind. I want you guys to know that part of that is true. If you continue to hear and do the same thing, you're going to start believing in what you're doing and what you're seeing and all of that. So there's a method behind why I reiterate the same thing over and over again. It's the reason why I train my students the way that I do, because with that, it builds their confidence. And once you start to believe it, you start to see it, your confidence level goes up. All right. Now let me reel you back in, bring you back in. All right. So we got that point. We have that point understood. I've made that point. Now I'm going to start telling the truth, because at first I lied. I know you're probably thinking, okay, he's losing me. No. Follow me. I'm not losing you. There's a method behind the message. You have to break it down. You have to follow me. Now, I said this earlier. What I said earlier was that there's absolutely no guarantee in trading Forex. Meaning, there's not one strategy that's 100%. Not even the strategies that you find on the So Darn Easy Forex website. Those strategies are not 100%. My goal as a trainer, mentor, advisor, counselor, whatever it is, whatever title you give me, whatever label you give me, my goal is to help increase your chances, or the odds of you winning that trade. All right? Now, there's one thing that I told a little fib about earlier. That is, there's actually one way. There's one, I wouldn't really call it a strategy, but there's one type of trade that you will always win. One type of trade that you will always win. And I'm going to let you guys know, this trade, while it might not always come around, when you catch it and you follow my rule, you follow my instruction, you're guaranteed to make money. Let it be known, you're guaranteed to make money. Now follow me. Don't fall asleep just yet. Oftentimes I might wait to drop the actual the actual golden nugget towards the end of the video. So I just want to, I want people to pay attention. I might not spill it up front. I might just wait. Now, what I want you guys to pay attention to is, I'm going to tell you a little story. When I first got started in Forex, as most of you know, you've heard this story before, I struggled. I actually had given up, or almost gave up. I didn't quite give up. I always looked at the charts, but I was close to really giving up. But I'm not a quitter. All right. Now, once I started to realize the market, I started to develop certain strategies, and I started to do things that made sense. All right. And I thought to myself, well, if I want to really build my account, I need to focus on some things that would grow my account at an exponential rate. So what did I do? I got a spreadsheet out. I looked at the high impact news releases, and there it was. I only traded the news. Now, using a strategy that I have, the always win strategy, I made it happen. All right, there's a way for you many ways to skin a cat, but not every strategy is for every situation. When you become well-rounded as a trader, you know when to apply certain strategies, certain techniques, certain methods. All right, you don't just use all of them, pull all of them out. You don't do that. You use them only when deemed necessary. All right, when you go to a fist fight, you're going to a fist fight. You don't need to pull out a knife. You don't need to pull out a pistol. You don't need to pull out a shotgun and nunchucks and whatever it is that you might want to use. You don't need to pull all that out. You're only pulling out things that's necessary. It's not that you don't have them. You still have them, but you don't need to use all of them. Only what's necessary. Follow me now. Now, what I want to tell you about the market is this. I'm going to reveal what I wanted to tell you guys now. All right, I give you bits and pieces just to keep you attentive. In the market, there's one type of trade that's 100% guaranteed to win all the time. It's one trade. It's one trade. That trade is during a catastrophic news release. Actually, no. Well, yeah, a catastrophic news release. We're not talking about going on to forexfactory.com and looking at the high impacts. We're beyond that. We're talking about, we're not talking about 200 pips in, a couple minutes, non-farm payroll. We're not talking about those. Those are petty. We're talking the real news releases. Those that are unscheduled. Those that people don't expect, but you get caught with your pants down. The news releases that has shut down brokerage firms in the past. The news releases or the catastrophic news releases that could, wipe out an entire community of Forex traders, all within 4 or 5 minutes. Really, a lot faster than that. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. This right here is the GBP NZD, my pair. All right, this is my pair. This is what I feel like I've been so consistent with this pair. I know this pair like the back of my hand. I can tell you what's going to happen with this pair. It's up to you to listen. When there's a catastrophic news release, there's something that always happens. There's an action and there's a reaction. The action is the market will go up or it will go down. The reaction is after it goes up or down, it'll always retrace. Case closed. Drop the mic. That's just what it is. Let me show you. The market dropped. All right? 700 some pips. In just 2 or 3 minutes. All right? You talking in 1 minute, the market dropped 270 pips. Now, in the same breath, it dropped down over 700 pips. All right? But one thing for certain is after it drops down, after the market drops, after it drops, it'll always back up. Case closed. Any catastrophic news release, it'll always do that. We're not talking about the high impact on Forex Factor. We're not talking about the medium impact or low impact. Those news releases could send the market up and the market will continue going up after it's done. Those news releases would send the market down while it was already going down, and it will continue going down after the news releases is done. We're talking about catastrophic news releases that sends the market hundreds, if not thousands of pips up in one direction or the other in less than 2-3 minutes. That's a catastrophic news release, and every time it happens, and I'm going to show you guys, whenever it happens, it'll send the market up or down, and after that it will back up. So if you catch the market at a great time after it drops, or after it soars, when the market goes down, you let it go down, or if you catch it, you throw that buy in, the market will drive right back up, because it's supposed to do that, and it's going to do that each and every time. That's a guarantee. I have no guarantees on my website. There are no guarantees about my strategies. No guarantee. My strategies will allow you to realize 80% or more of, your percentage will be 80, 85, 90%. If not more. All right? But it's not 100%. But when you follow the strategies on my website, guess what? Your chances of winning much higher. If you follow exactly as I tell you, using the perfect entry strategy. Perfect entry is what most people they get stuck on. People who are trading, they do not know how to enter the market. They struggle. Come on over. Let me show you how to enter the market with confidence, with success. Turn that around for you. All right? But that's 90%, whatever. You have a chance of winning. It's much higher than 50%. Fantastic. But one thing for certain, when there's a catastrophic news release, the market goes down, it will always retrace and go back up. A high impact news release is not always like that. It's not always like that. Most of the time, yes, but it's not always like that. But guaranteed, when there's a catastrophic news release, just like this one, the market tanked. What did it do? It backed up. Let's look at the hour. The market tanked. Where's the market at now? 500 pips away. 450 to 500 pips away. Market back it up. It will happen every single time. One major news release that had happened almost 2 years ago, January 15th, 2015, was the Switzerland, the Swiss franc was devalued. It's, a lot of people pull their money out of that currency, and it tanked. Let me show you. And I talk about this with the movement. As you see, it tanked. This was a couple thousand pips. It tanked almost 3,500 pips. And then guess what happened afterwards? The market moved up. Let's look at the daily. So this is the market, June 15th. All right. And this is where it is now. So if you put your trade in, you would be 2,000 some pips in the money. If you put your buy-in down here, in a couple of days you'd have been, just one day you'd have been in a profit of over 1,000 pips. This is far back, so I don't know. Okay, let's see. This is the hour. Either way you look at it, 1 hour after it happened, you were up over 1,000 pips, as high as 2,000 in 1 hour. 1 hour. That's amazing. The market tanked. You put your buy-in down low. You ride it up. That's the way you do it. When you start thinking on a deeper level, when you start becoming, when you're aware, all right? When you are aware, when you learn to become aware, things will start coming to you. Certain things can't be, certain things just cannot be taught. You just have to, have it. One thing that helped me out along my journey is back testing. It has helped my trading. It has taken my trading to a totally different level. So I want you guys to know, when you look at something for so long, you build your confidence. You know it like the back of your hand. You start to understand what's important and what isn't important. You start to realize those things that are put out there by certain individuals to distract you. You don't need to know all that stuff. There are people who are positioned to only distract you from seeing the way, the direction that you need to travel in to realize profit. Do not be easily misguided and led astray. When you become aware, and when things start to just come to you like that, that's when you know you're onto something. When I made the change in my trading, I had an epiphany. I've shared this with many people. I may have shared it in a video. I know I've shared it with my students, but I actually had a dream. A certain strategy had came to me in a dream. Woke me up out of my dream. And I sat there wondering, okay, let me make sure that I can remember what I saw in the dream. Ran downstairs, cut on the monitors, and I back tested to make sure what I remembered in the dream, it was real. And it was real. Today, I have been able to take what was seen in that dream and create strategies around that. That's how this movement has been able to flourish just a few months. When your intuition, when it's amazing. When you learn to follow your intuition, some people call it your gut. When you have that inner voice, when you have that, when you have that type of that level of awareness, when you become awakened to some of the things that most are blinded, I'll say blinded from being able to see because of the noise that's around them, because there's so much going on in this world that people do not, they can't take, things are just moving so fast. People can't take the time to slow it down and just pay attention to what's going on. When you start to become aware, it just becomes exciting. It's like, man, like I can see this. And you want people to see what it is that you see, but some people just can't get it. They cannot get it. But you can only do what you can do. As bad as I would love to, change the entire world of Forex, I can't do it. No. I won't say I can't. I can do it. Unfortunately, people are not ready. I can do it. I'm doing it now. My students are, it's evident that it's happening. I'm doing it right now. And it's amazing when you start to think about the market. And that's why I use the analogies that I use, because the market is it's so plain to see. When you understand numbers, when you understand the world, you understand numbers, everything is based on a number. When you understand numbers, you understand you can learn how to do anything. Very powerful, this Forex. Very powerful. Everything is based on really 1 to 9, 1 to 10. Once you start to understand that, and you start to understand sequence and all that stuff, it takes you to a totally different level, totally different dimension, for real. It's like, wow. But I'm not going to get too deep into that, because that's a totally different realm of understanding. And I just want you guys to know that when you start to see the market as I do, when you start to understand the market as I do, there are no sad days trading the market. You might be up a couple $1,000 today. You might be down 500 tomorrow. But the third day you'll be up 1,000 more. So you were up 500 more than what you were down the day before. So there are always good days. Something that I wanted to mention to you guys before I end this video is there was a news release here. This right here was the Greece bailout, August 24th. You do your research on it if you have to. All right, this was August 24th, and I made a video about this. It's on YouTube. As you see, the market had jumped up almost 1,260 pips. And what did it do? If you caught the market up here, let me say, if you were long like I was and you saw the market do what it do, you would have closed out. Okay. Now, yeah, you would have closed out. All right. But if you understand the market, now I'm giving you guys some jewels. I'm dropping some jewels on you all, everyone. Take this and run with it. And I know most of you are here just looking for information you may have been told about me through a colleague or another friend or a home girl, homeboy, whatever it is. You may have found me, you said, you know what, this brother, he seems like he knows a little bit. Whatever this situation might be, I'm going to drop a jewel on all of you. And I want you guys to take this debate with you. Marry this. Whenever there's a unscheduled news release or an unscheduled occurrence in the market, a catastrophe in the market, you notice the market moves like 1,000 pips or more. Let's say 500, 600 pips or more in a minute or two. You check the news, or if you have time, if you have a chance to check the news, you notice there were no scheduled news releases. All of a sudden, the market just shot up or shot down. Do yourself a favor and get in on that trade. The market goes up, put in a sell and ride it back down, because it's going to drop back down to the normal trading levels. It's going to do it every single time. All right, now this right here was the Greece bailout. All right, now if you fast forward this is August. All right, August 24th. 10 months later ish, I think that was, let's go forward. About 10 months later, is that it? Let's see. Yeah, I think that was it. Let me see. The actual date I didn't have on record. Yeah, that was the 24th. That was it. All right, so let me go back this way. So it was June 24th, and that was for 10 months later. Like I said, 10 months later, the market dropped down right here. Now, it dropped down, let's just say 1,800 pips in a couple hours. Now, one thing for certain is this. Let's go back to the hour. I'm sorry, the daily. You see here, the market dropped down, came back up, kept going down. The difference between this one and the other two is that this one was more or less expected. It was more or less expected because they were gearing up for this. When you have news releases like this one that it's talk about it, but it's nothing really scheduled, these are the ones that you really want. All right. Remember, when it's scheduled, it can still move in that same direction. When it's unscheduled, that makes it really catastrophic. All right. Now, when you look at this is the 24th. As I said, went up 1,700 pips. And when you're on a trade already, the way you do it, if you're already in on the trade in the right direction, let that trade go as high or as low as it can. You can get the most money. And take your money. Put in trades in the other direction and ride it back down and back up. Excuse me, you guys. So that's what you want to do. All right. This one here. Drop down. And it shot back up. So you could be be 500 pips in the money. It's not bad. 500 pips. That could have been 700 down. 2 days later, 500 more. You're trading $1, $1,200. In a couple days. So I'm not going to make this video any longer. This has been a long video, but I wanted to drop some jewels on you guys. I wanted to drop some jewels. It's getting late. I'm getting sleepy, and just want to give you guys a little bit of knowledge. I want to give you guys some knowledge so you can take with you and make sense out of it. So whenever someone call you and they say, hey, listen, you know, the Euro NZD or the Euro GBP dropped down or shot up, man, did you see it? And you know, you take a look at it, you know, you want to make sure that it isn't scheduled. If it is not scheduled, the thing is, you have to act fast. You almost have to be at the right place at the right time. And if you're like me and you have these plastered around, I'm always at the right place at the right time, wherever you are, whether it's in your vehicles, whether you're in your office, whether it's on your screensaver, on your cell phone, whatever it is, when you believe that and you say that to yourself, you're going to find many opportunities in the market. All right? So I want you guys to know it's getting late and I am exhausted. So I want you guys to just have yourself a great night. I hope that this video here has helped many of you. Know that my passion for helping people, it doesn't just stop at, okay, can you become a student? It's beyond that. You know, this is a passion of mine, and it just happens to be Forex. I enjoy it. It's time that you allow me to help you. Stop fighting and stop resisting. Sometimes you just need a little push in the right direction. You don't need it all. You just need a little push in the right direction. You need a little confirmation. You need some affirmation. Once you get that and you see that it's beneficial, take it and run with it. All right? I'm going to let you guys go. I want you guys to have a fantastic night. I will probably, if I don't fall asleep, I may make another video tonight. I have a few things that I want to share with you guys. But until then, you guys have a fantastic night. I'll see you guys later. Peace.